Coming up on this edition of Talk of the Town from Guernsey County Job and Family Services, we'll be joined by Deana Haney as well as Rhonda Pilck telling us all about Elder Abuse Awareness Month. From the Teen Tyler Blood Drive, we'll have Deb Mumma in studio with us alongside Lori Gaitten. Valerie Frasher will fill us in with things going on with the Antrim Volunteer Fire Department, and the mayor of Byesville himself, Mr. Jay Jackson, is in studio to tell us all about this year's Macker basketball tournament. That's all ahead on this edition of Talk of the Town.
From the U.S. Bank Studios, it's Talk of the Town with Perry Baranich.
And welcome to a brand new edition of Talk of the Town, coming at you live to tape from the U.S. Bank Studios here in beautiful downtown Cambridge. Obviously, the Reverend couldn't be here. I think he's off healing the sick or something like that. It is Jeremy Scott, therefore and thusly sitting in. It's the B team, ladies and gentlemen. The producer, Adam Green, always behind the cameras, doing what he does the best. Ladies and gentlemen, packed show today. When I say packed show, I mean we've got not one, not two, not three, but 4 different segments. So let's hop right in right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I have joining me from Job and Family Services of Guernsey County, I have the awesome Rhonda Pilck alongside the great Deana Haney. Guys, good to see ya.
Good to see you.
Deana, I want to start off with you because something really, really important is going on all month long. I know it is Elder Abuse Awareness Month. Let's talk a little bit about what it is exactly. What are we highlighting? What are we showcasing?
We're just showcasing that those who have a family member or anybody that's 60 or older, they feel that they're being abused, neglected, exploited. Mm-hmm. Exploitation's a big one now, and especially in our area. So, they can always call us, give a referral, and then we will, go out, check things out, see how things are going. Right. And, if we need to assist them to receive any extra services that are in our area, maybe they don't know about. So we're going to try to do everything we can to, assist anybody, like I said, 60 or older.
So what is that investigative process like?
It's interesting. It depends. No one case is the same. Mm-hmm. Everything's different. Sometimes, they're pretty welcoming, of us. And then there's, you get the, oh boy, they're here, right. Why are they here for us? Mm-hmm. But, like I said, we're here for safety and we're going to continue.
Well, it's a very needed thing. Obviously, there are more cases. It's unfortunate that it's something that we have to have an entire month dedicated to, but it's there, and I think it's very important. As a matter of fact, the courthouse is kind of lit up in honor of that.
Yes, they are.
And speaking of that color, which I do believe is purple, is that correct, Rhonda?
That is.
Okay, so it is a purple.
Yes.
I'm glad to know that I still have my colors right. Crayola taught me something back in the day. I understand there's actually a big event going on. There's a particular day where everybody is to wear purple?
Yes. We asked everybody on June the 15th to wear purple and to support Adult Protective Services of Guernsey County. A lot of people, like Deana said, isn't aware that Adult Protective Services even exist. So we have really tried in the past years to get our name out there to protect our elderly in the community. We do get a lot of referrals, but there is so many out there that we don't even know about. Right. And it's right in Guernsey County, right in Cambridge, Ohio, not out in the country, out on side roads where nobody knows. This is right in our back door, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Again, it's just too bad that we actually have to have an entire month dedicated to it. But it's a good thing because it lets people know that you guys are there. So yes. Let's say that we have a suspicion that one of our loved ones is being exploited, being abused. Mm-hmm. How do we go about reporting it, Rhonda? We get referrals from mandated reporters and non-mandated reporters. You yourself, you can call. If you suspect anything, you see something in a grocery store, see something in a bank, you don't really think maybe that's not really going on. Whether it's true or not, may be substantiated, may be not substantiated. We investigate every call that comes in. If it's an emergency, we have 24 hours. If it's a non-emergency, we have 3 days. Oh, wow.
And we go out unannounced on our first visit. Sometimes we do have to take law enforcement. Depends on what the referral is. With the drug epidemic, it's really been bad for our elderly. But we always go out in twos. And then we set up a referral. We go in and we ask questions, see their home environment, see their safety, see how their well-being's doing. A lot of our cases of abuse is family members, and they don't want to report that. Exploitation, a lot of family members again. They don't want to report that because they don't want to go against their loved ones. A lot of our 60 plus have dementia. and family members, loved ones, sometimes people they just got acquainted with will take advantage of that. And it's hard to prove because with their dementia, they could have said, well, yeah, I said that she could use my debit card, but I didn't mean her to drain my bank account. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we have to go out on 2 visits. Like I said, our non-emergencies are 3 days, and then we usually follow up. It could be that same week, depending on what we find our first visit. Sure. You never know what's going to be behind that door when we go out.
Well, it's like you said, Deana, no 2 cases are alike. So obviously, you've obviously seen so much. You've pretty much seen it all, but you never know. There are more cases out there, and it's very important that we get the word out in terms of your guys' services being available, and not just during the month of June, not just during Elder Abuse Awareness Month. It is available 12 months out of the year. So Deana, if people are suspicious of elder abuse taking place, how do they go about reporting it? Where do they report it to? What's the number to call? What's the website? What's the email address? Give us all that information.
All you have to do is just call up at Guernsey County Job and Family Services, 740-432-2381. Tell the secretaries that you would like to report possible elder abuse, and they will get you a live person to talk to. Every time you will have a live person to talk to, and on the weekends we route our calls then to the Sheriff's Department in evenings. So,
Elder Abuse Awareness Month taking place right now. Guernsey County Job and Family Services doing so much to help to promote the fact that they are there. There are services available. Deana Haney, I really appreciate
Thank you for having us.
As well as you, Rhonda Pilck. Thank you guys so much for coming up and talking to us, and keep doing what you do. You're doing a great service for the community.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It is Jeremy Scott coming at you from the U.S. Bank Studios here in downtown Cambridge. We'll be back with more Talk of the Town.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge location full of educational resources and toys that teach, as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Ruth Dixon and her crew bring you the things you need to decorate your home with country charm and warmth. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
For a show schedule of upcoming guests and to watch past episodes, go to yourradioplace.com.
And we're back at U.S. Bank Studios on this edition of Talk of the Town. Jeremy Scott sitting in the host chair for the Reverend Perry Baranich. And folks, joining me right now on set, I've got 2 very lovely ladies. I have got Debbie Mumma as well as Lori Gaitten. Ladies and gentlemen, they're here to talk all about the Team Tyler blood drive. Debbie, I'm going to start off with you. First of all, when we're talking about Team Tyler, who was Tyler?
Tyler was my son.
Mm-hmm. And we're doing this, obviously, in his name. We're doing this blood drive in his name. Tyler passed away in October of last year.
Yes.
And I know that this blood drive, this is something that you really wanted to undertake. This is something that you, as his mother, really wanted to undertake in his name. And I know that the Red Cross, Lori, is always looking for blood. So how is it that this drive is in his name? What was the process that Debbie had to go through in order to put this blood drive in his name?
Well, we had a phone conversation, and basically some students from John Glenn wanted to do something to honor his memory.
Yeah.
And so I made a phone call to Debbie to see if this was something that would be of interest to her. Of course, we need to make sure that the family is okay and we get their permission, and there are posters that have Tyler's picture on it, so we definitely need consent from the family before we move forward with something like this. The thing that makes this blood drive so special is because Tyler was a teenager, and it's a way for these kids to do something in his honor and his memory at a time that the Red Cross needs blood the very most.
Sure.
June, July, and August are always very critical times for us at the Red Cross because we lose our teenage donors to summer vacation. 20% of our blood donors are high school students and college students. And of course, they're on summer break, so we don't get the opportunity to get their donations. So this is a wonderful way for the youth and adults and anybody in this area to honor Tyler's memory by doing something to help somebody else at a time that it is needed the very most.
Well, I know for me personally, anytime that I can do something to help somebody else, it's very healing for me. It's very therapeutic. And I have to imagine that something like the Team Tyler blood drive for these teens, as you're talking about, Lori, will be therapeutic for them as well. And that's part of the mission of this.
Absolutely. I think it's healing. It's a way to heal for everybody.
Absolutely.
To feel like they're contributing and doing something. So many times in a situation like this, everybody wants to help, but there's really so very few ways that you can actually help. And by donating in Tyler's memory, you have the opportunity to save the life of somebody else. I think that there's no greater way to honor what a great kid that Tyler was.
Absolutely. And if people would like to donate blood in his name, how do they go about making sure that it is in his name?
Well, we want them to come to the blood drive at John Glenn High School on June the 29th from 1 to 7. And there are multiple ways that you can schedule an appointment to give. You can go to 1-800-RED CROSS, or you can go online to redcrossblood.org and you can schedule your own appointment. Please keep in mind that if you are 16 years old, you will need parental consent to donate. A 17-year-old will not. You need to be a minimum weight of 110 pounds, and you need to be in general good health. No colds, no flus, no stomach viruses, anything like that.
Sure. And eat a light breakfast before you come?
That's such a misconception. People think I shouldn't eat before I come donate, and then they feel lightheaded afterwards. So, no, we want you to eat as normal. We want you to eat your breakfast. We want you to eat your lunch. We want you to have a couple extra bottles of water. It's going to be hot. Be well hydrated before you come in. And also remember to bring in some form of ID, whether it's your driver's license or a temporary permit if you're just 16 and you don't have your license yet.
Debbie, once again, when is this happening?
This is happening June 29th from 1 to 7 p.m.
Okay. At John Glenn High School.
At John Glenn High School. We're going to be giving away some Team Tyler bracelets for everyone that donates the blood. And I believe you guys are doing something too.
We'll be offering, giving coupons, buy one, get one free admissions to the Columbus Zoo that are good through Zoo Lights. So if you don't have time this summer, you can save them and go and see the lights at Christmas time.
All right. Well, Debbie Mumma, Lori Gaitten, I really appreciate you both coming up here. And
Thank you.
It's an awesome thing that you're doing, and I really hope that you get a lot of great returns with this. Thank you so much for coming up and talking with us, ladies.
Thank you.
It is Jeremy Scott coming at you from the U.S. Bank Studios here in downtown Cambridge. We'll be back with more Talk of the Town right here on Cambridge TV 2, on YouTube, and of course on Facebook.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town. Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
The Old Country Loft features country curtains in stock or order that special design to customize your decor. You can also pick out braided or decorative woven rug from her large selection in stock. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Check out Talk of the Town on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Talk of the Town Show and stay up to date.
Back here at the U.S. Bank Studios in beautiful downtown Cambridge, Jeremy Scott sitting in for Talk of the Town. Folks, thanks as always to our host, U.S. Bank Studios. I tell you what, man, without them, we couldn't do what we do, so we appreciate them allowing us to come in here and do our business while they do their business downstairs. Folks, joining me right now from the Antrim Volunteer Fire Department, I have got the awesome Valerie Frasher.
Thank you.
Good to see you again, Valerie. This is becoming like a yearly tradition. You come up here, you go onto the radio, you talk. This is the first time I've actually gotten to talk to you on TV, though.
Our fire department does a lot of really good things, and we just want to let the community know what we're up to.
Yeah.
A year ago, we started our community safety initiative, and the idea was we needed to get working smoke alarms and reflective address signs out. We were really short in our area on both of those, just getting the information out. And the more that we looked into it, the more we realized how important it is. Like the address signs, in the daytime, they're easy to spot, easy to find, and when they're put up correctly, they take time, save us time on our responses. We can find our houses. And at night, there's nothing that works better, nothing. Right. So it is really important that every house have one. It doesn't even have to be just in our area or in a rural area. Of course, those are the most critical. But even right here in town, it's important to have your houses marked. So a year and a half ago, we started this initiative. We found a place that deals with fire departments exclusively to get the signs at wholesale price. And usually their fire departments do it for a profit. It's a fundraiser. We didn't want to do that. We said that these are extremely important, so we are selling them at cost. And they're $9 each, and they come to people with the numbers already put on, and it can be vertical, it can be horizontal, and then they come with information. We want to make sure that they understand how to put them up so that they can be visible from the road from both directions. And for anyone that can't, we can put them up for them. They're very easy to mount and extremely important.
That's a really nice service being provided by the Antrim Volunteer Fire Department, Valerie. And I know that where you guys serve, the area that you serve, you run into a lot of rural calls. You get a lot of people calling you out on back roads where some of these residences might be off of the beaten path a little bit, and it's hard to see the house, it's hard to see the sign, and that is a big reason why this is what it is.
The addresses don't always even reflect exactly where the house is. If you're back a private lane and you're not even on the main road, but that's your address, they're very hard to find. And the numbers can be spaced out very far, and the houses are very far apart. And when you're driving down, especially a dirt road, day or night, there's very limited places to turn around when we realize we've missed a mailbox or we've missed a sign somewhere because they're hard to see. People put them in their flower beds, they put them up by their house, and they're not where they're supposed to be.
Right.
So it's very important that these signs are put out that mark your particular driveway, mark your house, so that anyone could find it when they're looking for it in a hurry. And it's such an important thing that we went to our townships and said, hey, we've been trying to get these signs out. It's not going as well as it should. There are so many houses not marked. Is there something you guys would be willing to do to team up with us so we can get this project done? And the township trustees understood how important it is. And they've agreed. We actually had 3 townships, Washington, Londonderry, and Madison townships. If you are a resident in that township, you contact me and we give you a sign already numbered for your house, 1 per resident. It must be numbered for that residence. And I'll deliver it to you, and if you need, we can put it up. We'll mount it onto your mailbox there. And then Oxford Township, Wills Township, we only cover a small part of it, but because we have fire contracts with those townships, we've agreed to do this for their entire township as well. So Oxford and Wills, their trustees are going to pay $5 for your sign, and the residents only have to pay $4. They retail anywhere from $15 to $20, and you have to put the numbers on yourself. So this is a way to get these signs out, and whether you live in one of our townships or not, it is so important. It's important for your house and for your neighbor, because if we can find and we see that this is what the numbers are leading up to, we know how close your house is, or we know that it's probably the next house, and we're making really good time to respond in an emergency.
And you might not even think that this will ever happen to you. You might not ever think that there will be an emergency that will happen to you. Folks, it can absolutely happen to you. That's why this isn't mandated, but it's highly suggested that you have one of these highly visible address signs like the one Valerie brought with her today. I'll tell you, Valerie, I feel like we could talk all day about this because there's a lot to talk about when it comes to this. But if there are any more questions, does the Antrim Volunteer Fire Department have a Facebook page, anything like that?
Yeah, you can find us. Our Chief's Corner, Donald Warnock, He's got a Chiefs Corner page that has all this information on it. Or you can always contact me by phone. I can answer all of your questions. My home phone number is 740-489-9232. Again, 489-9232. Call that, talk to me, leave a message, and we'll get you your sign. I do need to know your address, phone number, and name, whether you want it vertically placed or horizontal so that the numbers come in the right direction, and which township that you're in so we can correctly apply the credit.
Valerie Frasher from the Antrim Fire Department, thank you as always. Always a pleasure to see you. I'm sure that this won't be the last time we talk because I know that you have a certain festival coming up in the month of August that I'm sure you'll be back up to talk about. It is Jeremy Scott. We'll be back with one more segment of Talk of the Town from the U.S. Bank Studios here on Cambridge TV2.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge location full of educational resources and toys that teach, as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
For a show schedule of upcoming guests and to watch past episodes, go to yourradioplace.com.
It's Talk of the Town. It's Jeremy Scott. We're back at the U.S. Bank Studios here in beautiful downtown Cambridge. Producer Adam Green, man on the cameras. And joining me right now, ladies and gentlemen, can you believe that it's time to talk Gus Macker basketball? But indeed it is. And here to talk about this very thing, I have got Mr. Mayor himself, the mayor of Byesville, Mr. Jay Jackson.
Hey, how you doing?
Pleasure to see you.
Excellent.
The Motor City moneymaker himself. He is a Detroit kid, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Jay, Gus Macker, obviously it's a tried and true tradition. It's something that has happened in this area for a really long time. First of all, what is the deadline to register your team for Macker?
Well, there's a couple different deadlines. I'm glad you asked that. The mail-in deadline is the 15th, and the online deadline is the 18th of June. So we got some time. Not much time, we got time.
All right.
So any ballers or that want to be ballers, get that in there. Yeah.
What all is going to be taking place for this year's Macker? Obviously, there's the tournament itself. There's the competitive basketball, the teams going against one another to vie for that big old trophy that everybody wants to take home. But what else is going to be taking place?
Well, I tell you, we got some exciting stuff. We've got our second annual Gus Run, which that'll be June 23rd, 7 a.m. registration. So you got to get up to get the running on. And after that, the registration for Gus Macker will be Friday the 6th. We'll probably have a couple of celebrity games going on. Hopefully you'll be ready. You know, I know you've been training.
Oh, man. You and me.
I'm telling you, I got one game left. It's probably going to be Friday night.
All right.
Yep.
And then you're going to retire. You're going to hold like an official retirement ceremony, something like that?
Hopefully, yeah.
From the basketball court, not from all things mayoral.
Well, no. We got to keep pushing that.
Yeah.
That's one of the best parts of life there.
So Gus Macker, I know, on a yearly basis brings people from all over the place.
All over. Yeah, I mean, all across this beautiful country that we know and love. I mean, I've seen them from California, New York, Michigan, you name it, they come out.
And I mentioned that big trophy. Is that the case again this year?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I should have brought a Macker man, but I was like, you probably get tired of seeing it. But next time I will bring a Macker man so you can enjoy it. But, yeah, that is the prize everybody wants, yeah.
I'll tell you what I want. I want a shirt, and I want to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm mad. I'm mad at Jay because he didn't bring me a shirt. You know, when he was up on my radio show, which, by the way, you can hear from 6 to 10 a.m. each and every weekday morning on 96.7, better known as 96 FM. Thank you very much, Adam Green, WCMJ, if you're an FCC person. But Jay was on my show, and he didn't bring me a shirt that time. Well, I thought for sure he would bring me a shirt to this TV taping. Well, guess what, folks? He didn't. Jay, is the swag sweet this year? I've got asses, I can't hold one up.
You know, the swag is in development still, but I will promise you 2 shirts. And see, I was expecting Perry, and when I saw you, I said, it's just a bonus.
Hey, Bang! Where's my shirt, Bang?
It's coming, man, because I got to get one for you and one for Perry. And I'll throw in one for Adam too, but the swag is banging. I mean, it is definitely a great representation. Macker's in their 45th year, so that's something awesome. 18 of those years we've been blessed to do it in this county. 4 years Byesville's hosted it, and it's going to be a great time, I'm telling you.
And you're always looking for sponsorships as well.
You know, sponsorships is what keeps the wheel going. You know, and the way you can do that is you can contact us on our Gus Macker website, or you can get us on the Facebook, Gus Macker, Byesville Gus Macker Facebook, or you can just call me direct. I'll come pick it up, you know, make sure it gets to where it's got to go.
And obviously that is for individuals and businesses.
Yes. Yeah, we don't discriminate. Businesses, individuals, you know, I mean, former players, present players, well, you know, that's what helps to keep this great tournament going.
And it is a lot of fun. I know you do a three-point contest, or at least you have in the past. You've done a slam dunk contest with the high schoolers. You've done the celebrity game. So it's not just the tournament itself. You don't necessarily have to be a pro baller in order to enjoy Gus Macker. There will be something there for you. Even if you go and spectate, there's a lot to spectate. So go ahead and remind people of those important dates once again before we wrap this up, Jay.
Well, once again, if you're going to get in this thing, and I mean, you got to get in it now, people. The mail-in date is June 15th. The online deadline is June 18th. And who knows, every once in a while, they sometime extend it, but who's to say? Right. I wouldn't want to be one of those last folks to get in it. But there is something in Macker for everybody.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks, the Gus Macker tournament coming back to Byesville again this year. Jay, we appreciate all you do for Byesville and with the Macker tournament. Continued success with all that you do.
All right.
Always a pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you.
We'll be back to wrap up this edition of Talk of the Town right after this, right here on Cambridge TV 2, on YouTube, on YRP TV, and, of course, on Facebook.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.
Your one-stop shop for all things computer-related is ABC Technical Services. Whether it's designing a new website, website maintenance, PC repair, or over-the-phone tech support, ABC Technical Services has you covered. ABC Technical Services can set up a new network, install the latest antivirus software, and they even offer full video production and editing services too. Give them a call at 740-432-5605 or visit them online at abctechnicalservices.com. A name you know, a name you trust. ABC Technical Services.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Bill Dixon finds and sells some unique items and hard-to-find local collectibles. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Thanks again to all my guests on this edition of Talk of the Town, and there were many, from Guernsey County Job and Family Services, Deana Haney and Rhonda Pilck. From the Team Tyler Blood Drive, thanks again to Mumma and Lori Gaitten for coming up here. Valerie Frasher from the Antrim Volunteer Fire Department, as well as the Mayor of Byesville himself, Mr. Jay Jackson, talking about the Gus Macker basketball tournament. Don't forget that you can view all past episodes of Talk of the Town on our YouTube channel, YRP TV. For producer Adam Green, my name is Jeremy Scott, saying so long from the U.S. Bank Studios in downtown Cambridge.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Ruth Dixon and her crew bring you the things you need to decorate your home with country charm and warmth. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge location full of educational resources and toys that teach, as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.